welcome back to episode 2 of Howard County Radio. I am Shane Rios, along here with my co-host Emmett Hart, and we have a special guest for this episode today. We have the AD for the Howard County Broncos, Adam Valencia. We'll let him introduce himself real quick, and then we'll jump right in.
How's everybody doing? My name's Adam. Of course, the athletic director for the Howard County Broncos.
Alrighty, and so I saw y'all started a voluntary skill day today too. How did it go for y'all?
It went pretty good. I think we averaged about 35, 40 kids today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Something like that. I mean, of course, it's all right now. It's just voluntary.
Right. But that's still good.
But yeah, it's still pretty good. Talked to a lot of the kids afterwards, and they all had a blast. I mean, they were excited. We had a little end event there at the very end, and
I think the parents were involved in that.
The parents were more involved in that
right.
tug of war program we were doing with the kids, and parents got in on it, so it was pretty neat.
That's awesome, man. Are you ready for the season to start?
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Yeah, we're excited over here at the Steers. We had one today too. Not as big a show as our first one last week, but it was still pretty good. Some kids out there wanted to get some extra work, especially some of the newer ones. Right. So yeah, it's good.
It's gonna be kind of hard. I mean, right now we got baseball season, so
right.
Yeah, we gotta take that into effect too.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Baseball season is upon us.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You also, how'd y'all do in that tournament series?
Man, you know what? A big shout out to PBYFL with Matt Laudermilk and Levi Hastings. Man, they gave us a great opportunity to go out there and join the militia squad.
Right.
And, it is a great group of guys, man. Believe it or not, Mr. Joe DeLeon from the AD for Stanton, we actually teamed up together. We're on the same side of the ball this year.
Oh, wow.
Instead of us being competitors,
right.
That was number 1 and 2 seed in the D2 division last
right,
year. So,
yeah.
I don't know. We did some great work. We came out short. We ended up second place. I mean, hats off to the Abilene Hurricanes team, man. They're stout.
Right.
They're stout, but like I said, we lost our starter running back. Of course, Vineyard, and then we had a family tragedy with our other star running back, Cameron, number 22, so out of Stanton. So we were shy of those two people, but I mean, our boys stepped it up. I mean, we had enough players and talent out there that they fought hard. They didn't give up. I mean, they gave them a run for their money.
Right.
But I mean, not bad. Second place and
not
14 and 4 was what we ended up with.
Right, and
as our record.
The militia was made up of a lot of Broncos and Buffaloes, and
we had 5 Bronco players from the varsity, and we had, I'm gonna say 5 to 7 out of Stanton. Then some of the Gator squad.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. A lot of D2 represented right there.
Yeah,
and to come out in second place against Abilene,
we definitely came out and represented West Texas in that tournament pretty good.
Yes, sir. Hats off to you, man. That was amazing.
How did it feel coaching yourself for the last time?
Right.
Coaching my son for the last time?
Yeah.
It was emotional. Of course, I let a lot of my tears out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
In our championship game, but the last 5 kids that I had here, they all aged out. The ones that we took to that militia team, they all aged out, so it was emotional because it was the last time.
Those are the kids you coached from flag all the way on?
Some flag, they've been with us on this organization, with the Bronco organization for sure, the last 3 years, 4 years. So, and I don't know, that group of kids right there, they can have a special place in my heart forever.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And that's good because one of our topics today is, I guess you'd say, studs from West Texas. And, there's a lot of great kids. I never knock a kid, but there's some kids that have, tremendous talent.
Exactly.
And at such a young age. Jaden being one of them.
Yes, sir.
He really came on this season. I mean, it was like a different breed.
Yes, definitely.
I knew he could run, but when no one could wrap him up, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
He has a deadly stiff arm, man.
Yeah, he does. And, I don't ever, say knock a person, but he was an integral part of the offense last year, right?
Yes.
So replacing him is going to be a little bit, not I say a challenge, but
it's going to be
a task.
Big shoes to fill.
Right.
I mean, I ain't going to lie to you there. I mean, Mr. Vineyard there, he's one of those kids that you can give him the football, and he's so football smart, he'll know what to do. You know what I mean? He knows how to adjust to your defense, and same thing on defense. I mean, he was a beast as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, these kids coming up next year, in every position, they got some big shoes to fill.
Right.
But, we got DJ Franks coming back.
Yes.
He's moving up to varsity. Mr. Peyton Shiflett, Antonio Oliveras. All those guys were studs on JV.
Right,
Now they're coming up with varsity. So, we got the right coaching staff in place, and I think we'll be all right. I mean, we'll be back in there in the run for it.
Yes.
We got a title to defend, so.
Yes. I'm not too familiar with two of the players, but DJ Franks, yes, man, he was a beast on JV from what I saw. Watching the Predators and the Broncos play in the playoffs, man, he was just get the ball and take it to the end zone every time, pretty much. I mean, there wasn't a kid that could wrap him up, and, he's great. He's another stud that y'all have coming out, and then anybody else on the 7U or Flag?
Elias Dumas. I mean, he's coming up from Flag. Elias?
Elias?
Elias? Yeah, he's coming from Flag. That kid, he's running 40s today. He's probably the fastest kid we had out there.
Right, he was the PBYFL MVP in the Flag, right?
Right.
Yeah, he was. It was just. It's
he was
interesting to see how he does in pads.
I mean, honestly, he was a problem. I didn't see really a bunch that could keep up with him. You know?
We'll see. I mean, it all just going to depend on how he adjusts to his pads, because it's going to be a little bit different than Flag. He's going to get hit. He's going to take some hits.
You got him and Dominic at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a crazy backfield next year for him and Dominic.
He's small, but I mean
he's shifty. The little kid's quick.
Yeah, when I saw him make that catch in All Stars at the practice, I was like, man, he's good.
Yeah. I mean, it should be interesting to see what them two do in the backfield together.
Right. Yeah. And man, we've got a few studs over here. The JV is really looking good. I mean, DeAndre Walton and who else?
You got Alex Yanez moving up.
Oh yeah, Alex. Yeah. He was the first freshman selected to the militia squad from Big Spring, and man, he's a athlete all around.
Yeah, I had the pleasure to, of course, joining the militia squad for the varsity division. They played along with us in the same tournaments this year, and it was a pleasure watching him. Man, he's definitely going to be someone to reckon with in that age division.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, and for him, barely being his first year, he showed me a lot. I was really proud of the kid. He just learned and took the ball and ran with it, I guess you could say. And DeAndre, yeah, he's a good kid. He's fast. I think it's his second year in the JV, so he's looking to make a showing. They've got a lot of good kids. Who else? Javon Jackson. He's coming to us from Louisiana. He played football in Louisiana, and we think he's going to do something. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with our varsity players yet. I do know we're looking at Jace Hogue. He's moving up from the JV. He was the heartbeat of that JV team last year, so we're looking at
he's a little monster that year.
Yeah, hopefully he can bring that to the varsity level. And freshmen, I mean, we've got it's just a bunch of different kids that I got to get familiar with. Aiden Rodriguez, he's someone.
Yeah, that kid he was pretty good last year.
Yeah, and it looks like he's only gotten faster and smarter, and He's gonna look to make a big step this year, I think.
Didn't y'all lose a player though? Y'all lost Rob.
Yeah, we did lose Robert Evans. Evans moved away. It's gonna be different for me because this is the first time I'm coaching without him, and he's always been one of my players that if I needed to get out of a jam, I'm like, Rob, take the ball, run.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be different not having my security blanket, I'd say. But we got some good kids, like I said. Hopefully they'll make a step in their second year.
I mean, they're going to have to. You have to replace a lot of offense with Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was our offense last year.
Yeah, and then Andon Rodriguez, Braden Islis moved up. They were on the steers. That was a lot of their offense, you know. So,
it's time for these 6-year-olds or these 7-year-olds that were 6-year-olds last year to step up and, you know, make a name for themselves.
Yeah, we did have Miguel Arenas. He moved up. He was the Super Bowl MVP.
And you got Remy moving up. He's a beast. That little kid.
Yeah, Remy Clark. Yeah, he's good.
It's going to be interesting to see next year in pads.
Yeah.
For sure.
Our flag division, though, I mean, it's pretty new, so I would lie if I didn't say I don't know anything yet on them. Haven't really seen any of them out there yet, so.
I don't know about our flag. I mean, our flag, there's a lot of kids out there for our flag. I mean, we have 18.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, and it's always been a struggle especially for our organization. Is flag it was always hard to get people to come. You know, every year, you know, it's a nail biter. Man, we ain't got flag kids. But I tell you what, I mean, we filled up that division was one of the first divisions to fill up for us, and I was like, wow, you know.
Right. Y'all have a great coach over there, Jared. He's a great coach.
He's good with the kids. him and Gordo both. They bond with those kids so good, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they respect them.
Right, yeah.
You know? Yeah, at that age group, it's hard to get their attention, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just sitting back and watching, every time Jared or Gordo speaks, these kids just, like, stop and pay attention, you know what I mean? You're just like...
Right, and that's great.
I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have patience, especially with that age group. And I don't think I have it. I mean, 7U is probably where, on my lowest point, I'll go. I don't think I can coach flag.
I did coach flag one year. It was hard. I mean, like he said, they're 4 and 5, so
their attention span.
Yeah, it's not that big. Yeah.
I mean, last year 7U was pushing with some of our kids. I mean, some of them kids had short attention spans. If you weren't doing something 1 second, they're off, goofing off, dancing, playing in the dirt. You know, just having fun, being kids.
Yeah. But yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll start talking about our support from our county and with rosters growing due to the merger. What are the advantages and disadvantages of that growing roster?
Riding with my top down, listening to this Jesus music.
Back on the grind again. I know it's been a little while, but it's time again. Folks asking Craig, when you gon' rhyme again? I'm like, hold up, give me time, my man. See a lot of things change, some stay the same. Go from H-Town to D-Town to Memphis, man. One thing is for sure, everywhere I go. People caught up in themselves, money, cars, and clothes, yeah. They talk about it all the time and put it in their songs. They drive around and play it loud like it ain't nothing wrong. And all they talk about is simple stuff. Got everybody acting bad, thinking that they a thug. And they trying to drown me out, but now they ain't gon' count me out. I got a backpack full of tracks, plus I keep a Johnny Mac so we can pound it out. Plus I'm bumping these Jesus beats whenever they seeing me. People looking all confused, cause every one of my tunes is screaming Jesus beats. I was bumping that Trip Lee, BJ rolling with me. Both our heads nodding like we dozing or we tipsy. But we ain't been drinking, man. Now this song just banging, man. Got us screaming Jesus out the window while we changing lanes, while we just
riding with my top down, listening to this Jesus music. Riding with my top